Hey, welcome to the show. It is me, your girl Laborly, aka Catley, and
You have now tuned in to Ambitiously the podcast.
that is correct. That is correct. You have now tuned into Ambitiously the podcast, as well as Ambitiously Radio, and we are broadcasting live from all platforms. What's up, y'all? What's going on? Listen, listen. Today, honey child, hold on. And I know how I'm going to do this today. I had to think about some things real quick because I know some information. But today is the tap in. Today is the day that we get into our tap in bag. We pull from the bag. We have a discussion about what it is that we pull from the bag. And then, following that, we have our final exam, which is a hip hop trivia. How it works is we get 5 clues. You guys can guess as many times as you would like to. I cannot, though. I only get to guess once. Once with that one time, if I guess wrong, I'm out. Also, as many guesses as I take from the clues, I lose Harley Quinn's. I picked the year of 1988. This time around, I don't know why. I set myself up for this kind of stuff sometimes, but it's all good. Um, But yeah, that's what's going down. Now we are waiting on my partner in good, Doc, to come in the building. But in the meantime, let me say a few things. Like, join the conversation. You can call in, you can text, you can drop a comment. The number is 443-780-5978. Hold on, let me put that on the screen. I don't know. Okay, there we go. 443-780-5978. If you call in, know that you will be live on air. If you text or drop a comment, I will read it aloud. And if you drop a comment, it will be on the screen as well. So just to let you know what's happening around these parts. Like, share, and subscribe to this podcast. We need every like, every share, and every subscription. They are greatly appreciated. I'm happy with a like though. The likes, the likes do it for me. So hit that like button. Um, And check out our website, www.ambitiouslyent.com, www.ambitiouslyent.com. If you would like to talk to us about anything, hit us up. I mean, business, advertisements, sponsorships. You have some gab you want to send my way. You want your music played on the radio station. You would like to sit down and have a discussion live on air. Or you just want to say hi. Contact at ambitiouslyent.com. Contact at ambitiouslyent.com. Mm-hmm. Yep, all of those things. So again, today is the tap in. My partner in good is running a little behind, but I will start the festivities and he can join in when he comes through. And if I had a discussion about anything, we will recap with him when he gets in the building. Yes, that's how we do around here. Because we can't stop the show just because. No, 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 no. We can't do that. No, Bookie, hold on. I'm trying to. Okay, let's see what this is. Let's see what this is. Ooh, I love this, and I'll be talking about this for a little while because I love these. I used to love these. So, um, today's children will never know. It's a lot of luxuries that they would never know, and it's not because they can't know. It's because they just don't want to know. Um, I think the closest thing for them right now in this category would be a Dave and Buster's, the arcade. Arcades were for a different time. I I've always been, excuse me, sinuses. I've always been a gamer. I can't even knock my daughter for her being a gamer because her mother was one. Um, but my type of gamer was different from hers. Now, yes, I did have consoles within my home as the technology advanced and all that good stuff. But there was a time when you didn't have the arcade games in your home and you had to go to a location where the arcade games were available. And arcades were a great place for that type of situation. Yeah, you had different kinds. You had the kinds that were just focused. Their main focus was arcade games. Then you had establishments like here in Baltimore, and I'm gonna bring up a spot. They still have one location. I haven't been in there in a long time to know what that one looks like, but it used to be two locations. One was my favorite because that is where I used to get the most money. Yes, get the most money playing arcade games because, of course, the gentleman in there slept on me and they didn't know I was nice as I was. So yeah, I was doing a little game. That was like the one time in my life I could honestly say I did not mind gambling, and I came out supreme. You know, like I made, let's just say I would come in there with $20 and I walk out of there with like 100. Cause yeah, I was nice like that, and they slept on me because I was a girl. I don't know, I got you, I'm gonna dust you off, shorty. Da, 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 da. And then come to find out that I'm not the one. But yeah, it was nothing like walking up to that particular whatever your favorite game was, putting your money in the slot, and it's starting, and you with the joystick in your hand and your fingers on the buttons, depending on what kind of game it was, and you was just smacking the game, just it was fun times. I think the first arcade game that I ever played was Pac-Man. That was my mom. My mom loved that game, and there was a location when we lived in North Carolina. There was a location where it had like a pizza spot in it. Then it had the arcade section, and then it had like I think a little store, and then on the far end was a laundromat. And so when we would go do our laundry, while we're waiting for that to finish, we would go maybe get a bite to eat, and then she would go, hop on Pac-Man. And I was a little kid, so I was all for it. Arcades were a beautiful thing. Unfortunately, in the times that we live in now, though, um, I don't see arcade being a thing. That, not to say that it's not possible, I just don't see it being a thing. And then with all the home consoles such as PlayStation, you know, one through infinity, because I don't feel like they're ever going to stop. Your Xbox, whatever they call it now, 155, 1,000. Um, um, I used to have a 360. I actually think I still have my 360, which is crazy. I wonder if it still works. But anyway, with all of the home consoles now, it just makes the arcade obsolete. Like the effort of getting up and going to the arcade. Of course, there's the idea like, oh, you and your friends can link up and y'all can go to the arcade and hang out. But it's changed to the situation now where you just get your console and invite your friends over and probably tell them to bring a joystick, and bam, y'all in there. So times are different now. Times are really, really different. I do miss the idea of the arcade. It was fun times. Plus, it gave you something to do other than getting into some nonsense. And believe you me, um, that is a thing that you could get into. Like that was a thing. Now, not too long ago, we spoke about Doc and I when he was here. We spoke about the telephone, the old school telephone, landlines, rotary phones, dial tones, dial pads, and things of that nature. Um, but I don't think we haven't covered these things right here. Which before we all had cell phones, and we had it was an inexpensive form of communication as well. And I know because I had many of them. I had, I can't even remember how many numbers I had. But if you're wondering what I'm talking about the pager or the beeper. I'm here in Baltimore. You had stores just about on, I say, every 1 to 2 block radius that offered pager beeper services. So if you didn't pay your bill with one, they cut it off. You could go and get another one at another location, and you would be on point. One thing I loved about having a beeper or a slash pager was, it was a convenience because they weren't able to call, but they were able to get in contact with you. Just dial that number, put the number in that they want you to call back on, and you get to a phone wherever that phone might be, and you call them back, and it worked. You got to who you needed to get to. I couldn't have my own phone line. Um, when I was younger. So we had to use a house phone. And Lord knows what a thing that was, especially when you're a young teenage girl, and you have parents. Like, they're just not like hearing it. So, yeah, that was one thing I could get without their permission because there was no parental um, parental agreement in order to get a beeper or a pager. You could just go get one. Um, and then you be on, and then like I ain't gonna lie, it put me up on game, but I'm not gonna lie, it when your parents is a girl anyway would not let you have like certain phone calls, or you couldn't talk to people or whatever, or you couldn't get phone calls at certain times of night. It made it very easy for you to figure out who was trying to contact you, and a game plan on how you had going to have that conversation with them. And then with beepers, that was text messaging before um you had text messaging, because you used to be able to write little messages in the beepers, like if you knew what she was doing. Like, you could write hello, you could write boob, you could wait, Doc is in the building. You could write little messages in there. Let me bring Doc in real quick. You could do some things, but it was text messaging before you had cell phones. Hold on, let me bring Doc in. Hi, Doc, honey.
Hey, Kat, what's up? Apologize for the lateness. Running around trying to
Awesome.
get things done.
It's all good. We all got stuff to do. We all got stuff to do. But I'm gonna bring you into the loop really quickly. So it's two things that we talked about. I'll get back to the second thing in a second. The first thing we spoke upon was arcades.
Oh, okay. It's okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Um, Outside of like the Chuck E. Cheese and stuff, we had one, it was like a convenience store or liquor store, convenience store, but it had like a couple of arcade. I remember it had Double Dragon, Pac-Man. Hmm.
I didn't say anything.
Oh, I know what it is. It's the other audio. It was Double Dragon and Pac-Man, and it had another game. I can't remember the other game, but that was the biggest arcade until I went to like my first like Dave and Buster's or what is it? It's another place that was more teenage. but it had arcades and stuff. But it wasn't Dave and Buster's. But
Mhm.
arcades was cool. But I didn't really go up in the era where I used to just walk down and go to the arcade and all that stuff. But I knew people that did.
Right. I
I
was
think
saying, oh, go ahead.
no, I was saying I think you was one of the people that was the arcade like hustler.
Well, I was explaining that when I was discussing it. One is the one thing that I explained is one of the first arcade games I ever played was Pac-Man, and because my mom, when we used to go to the laundromat in North Carolina, it was kind of like one long building, but it had like sections. Like it had a pizza parlor, it had the arcade area, then it had like a store, and then it also had the laundromat. So, you had to do something with your time while you waiting for your clothes to get done. So you would go to the little arcade, go to the little store, go to this pizza spot, and they had Pac-Man in there. So that was one of my first experience. Now, when we moved to Baltimore, and then I got a little older and I got nicer. Yeah, I don't know, but the places that I would go as far as my hustle was concerned, again, I don't know if because it was kind of more like a little restaurant joint, but they had a bunch of arcades in it, and it was two of them. One was located right beside us. Well, both of them actually are located near strip clubs, which is insane.
I think
Yeah,
also.
go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say I think also most people idea with the arcade too was either when you went to the movie theaters or going to the mall.
Right. Yeah, that's the thing. I never really stopped in the mall or the movie theater to play an arcade game. I went to these two locations. And like I said, the ironic part is both of these locations are located near exotic dancing establishments.
Hey.
One is now closed down, but that was really my spot. That was where I used to be at. Like, that was my spot. That's where I got my little hustle on. The other one, I didn't go there as much, but it's the same. It was the same owner. It was like a franchise, so to speak. But they only had two locations. And the other one is still open. I don't have any idea what it looks like in there, and I'm more than certain nobody is coming in there to play a video game at this point.
Is it that bad?
I just told you they were both of the locations were right beside strip clubs.
But not all strip clubs are all like seedy bad places. Some strip clubs are actually
nice. Doc, there we go. There we go. I'm from where I'm from, so I know what it looks like. I'm not a stranger to these streets. I ran these streets up and down, back and forth for a mighty long time. The locations of both of these locations were beside strip clubs. One is on the block. If you've been to Baltimore, you know what the block is. The block gets worse and worse every year.
Damn.
So no, and the add insult to injury, so y'all know, so you can get a visual. The block is a block away from the Central Police Department.
Oh, so it's all kinds of.
That's the red light district. That's the block.
Okay.
All kinds of things go down on the block. Look it up. You'll see some stuff. I wouldn't lie to you.
I take your word.
I don't make up stuff that just for grandeur. Like, I'm telling you what it is. Ask anybody from Baltimore what the block is, and they will tell you what it is. It always was a burlesque strip club, adult novelty,
very much old school,
strip of the street.
Very
the
much
Hustler
like the old
Club. I'm finishing. The Hustler Club tried to open. I don't even know if that's still open down there, but that tried to open up on the block. So the block is what the block is. And one of the locations is on the block. The other location was next to a club that used to be called Eldorado's. Now, both of them have since gone, but Eldorado's is off the hook too, and they have two locations. I know what I know about the city that I live in. You feel me?
Right.
And these streets, these Baltimore streets, been in them for a long time. So yeah, both of these, and I was hustling at the one location that is no longer there. I'm telling you what I know. I done explained everything in hindsight, is what I know. But I don't know that it was really an arcade, more like a food location that had a bunch of arcades in it, arcade games in it. But it would be considered an arcade kind of sort of because it did have all. But I don't think anybody's paying any attention to the arcade games anymore.
No, everybody's at home.
Everybody's watching them cheeks clap on the block because that's the only location that's available.
Yo, cheeks clap on the blocks. Let's go.
That's what they doing. Norma Jeans is across the street. They watching them cheeks clap. Anyway, popular exotic entertainment location. So y'all know. But yeah.
Clean it up. Popular
They watching them cheeks clap. And so the next subject that we moved on to was pagers and beepers. What I explained was that was an easy thing for us to obtain here in Baltimore because you had a pager, maybe two pager stores every other block radius. You did not pay your pager bill. You could go to the next location and open an account. You did not need parental agreement to do these contracts. It was quite simple. And if you was really doing something big, you got the account with the voicemail attached to it because you was really doing something if you did.
Yeah.
Again, I grew up in Baltimore City, and so when it comes to downtown Baltimore, I will say this: it was just obviously where I used to hang because I used to hang at one point in time because I just talked about the two locations were located next to strip clubs, and those strip clubs happen to be in downtown Baltimore. But the beauty I loved about downtown Baltimore and me having a pager was, it was always somebody jamming a phone, so then it would become a paid phone to a free phone.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just telling somebody the other day, like I would walk like a few blocks over, even though it's a pay phone that actually work. I could just stick the quarter in and all that good stuff. I would walk blocks to get to the free phone because somebody paged me on my because somebody beat me and I needed to call them back.
Hit me on my hip.
Yeah, somebody hit me on my hip and I needed to know who it was. And I also was explaining that was our form of text messenger before text messaging was invented.
Oh, the codes.
Yeah, because we could put little things in there like boobs and hello. And
no, well, I grew up where if it
go to hell. Huh? You could write boobs and hello and go to hell. Yeah, you could
write. I gave certain girls codes.
Yeah, well, I think everybody had that system that had a page.
That was the code. Like, if I see 856, I know who this is calling me.
Yeah, I kept it. If I seen 08, I knew it was my ex. You know what I'm saying? I think everybody had that system because that's what pages were like, and you automatically knew who you were supposed to call back if they just put the code in. Plus, if you in these streets, you definitely knew what that meant.
Mm-hmm.
Because that was not only for a personal thing, that was also for certain other malicious behavior.
Yeah, business. Did you have the pagers with the ones with that fashion of the clear, like
I've had every kind of pager you could think of, from the basic to the fancy one. I said they was like a beeper store every 1 to 2 block radius.
Okay.
And a lot of times I did not pay my bill, so I had to go get a whole new account. Yeah. And when you got a whole new account, you didn't bring the pager that you had with you. You bought a whole new one from that particular store. So I've had a variety of pagers. I was outside. I don't lie to y'all. I had to have a pager.
I had a pager, but I was in high school, and it was $10 a month. And that's the only. It was just because it was a pager. It was like the thing to have. So yeah.
Yeah, and I had it for purposes. But I also used it for personal. At one point in time, I had like 2 or 3 of them bitches. One was just for personal, business. But I knew what it was. I knew who I
Okay.
was talking to, who I was supposed to be talking to, who I wasn't supposed to be talking to. The pager was a genius thing. I wish I had one today. I don't know why I want one. I just
Yeah,
do.
I was like, why you won't get a cell phone?
I got cell phones. I got a couple of them. I want a pager. I want to tell somebody to hit me on my hip. And not only that, I also not necessarily want you to call me or text message me. I just want you to hit that and put the number in, and then I decide whether or not I want to call you back.
I guess. I mean,
Sometimes you need them little uh nostalgia moments, and the pager for me was nostalgia. It was a life. It was a life that I lived. I had a lot of fun in that lifestyle. Um, I'm fortunate enough to not be dumb enough to get caught up in half the stuff that a lot of people that I knew got caught up into. But during that time, I had a lot of fun. When I had pagers, I wish I knew now I wish I knew then what I know now, because there's a lot of money that would have got saved and tucked away for, you know what I mean? But it was fun. I lived life and I was young, so it didn't even really matter to me for real, for real. I was just having fun and spending money. I didn't give a shit. Now I'm like, I'm so frugal. Like, why are you making me why are you making me buy this? That's what my life is now.
nah, Kat, you're gonna start a podcast about your memoirs called Pages and Postcards.
I'm not gonna start a podcast about none of that, because some of the shit that I'm talking about I can't talk about. So no, I would never.
What is it? What they say? What do you call it? The statute of limitations. I think you might be good.
I don't even want nobody knowing the ins and odds and out, because that's not how smart. That's
Okay.
not how the smart ones move. That's
Okay.
just no. I would never tell those stories. Some things you need to leave behind and keep them there. You can revisit it now and then, but you don't really want to just dive too deep into it. That's
Okay.
not conversations that Cat will have. But next one.
Let's go.
1-800 and 1-900 numbers and the commercials that accompanied them on television.
All right. So the one that popped to me in my head was making collect calls. This is when the telephone companies were really big at their war. Because most people don't understand it. For us to talk on the telephone, just like with the pager back in the day, it was an event a little bit more than it was nowadays. If you made a long distance call, that cost you decent money. So then the telephone companies start saying that, hey, well, you can use our 1-800 number, and instead of charging you $1 a minute, we're gonna charge you 75 cents a minute. Then somebody else comes along and say, we're gonna use our number, we're gonna charge you 50 cents a minute, and so on and so forth. Now you can use your cell phone to basically call anywhere in the world for virtually just what you pay for your cell phone. So
for nothing. I said for nothing.
For nothing, yeah. So that was one of the big things when you said that. That's the first thing that popped in my head. The 1-900 numbers, I think of who's the Jamaican lady?
Call me now, Cleo.
Call me now.
She was coming in my conversation in a minute, because I got a lot to say about Miss Cleo. But Miss call Cleo, me now. Yeah, call me now. Who wasn't even Jamaican? That fake ass accent. Yeah, it was her. It was a bunch of other fake ass psychics that had 1-900 numbers. Talk about call me so you could get a read, and then they keep you on the phone for all of these minutes to raise your call rate. So because now it's $75 per minute. You on there for 30 minutes, that's $30 you done spent. You feel me?
Talking about nonsense.
Right. And they don't tell you nothing but a bunch of bullshit, and you done called and wasted your money for nothing. That man. And then it just wasn't her. It was a lot of things. Cause just being able to watch the radio, the video music jukebox in order to get the videos, you had to dial one of those numbers. You know what I'm saying? It was a lot of ways that was put into play.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they used that till they couldn't use it no more. But again, I guess with technology advancing and people getting wiser, like why the fuck I keep calling this dumbass number and they be making my fucking phone bill now Bell Atlantic. I don't know if y'all remember them, but now Bell Atlantic is gave me this bill for $700 and I don't even know why I got a $700 bill.
Think about this with the 1-800 numbers, the 1-900 numbers. How many times do you always hear somebody like, who made the phone call on the phone bill?
Right. Why say 1-900 such and such and such and such? I told y'all that's how I used to get in trouble with video music jukebox.
That was the thing. Somebody make a 1-900 or 1-800 call for what? And the crazy thing about that is that in my mind I can't think about it. I can't remember right now, but I remember there used to be certain things like, oh, I want to call this for whatever it was that they just you had to call this number, and I can't remember what all the little things was, but it was always at least something in my head. I'm like, I do need to call that because I need to know this.
Right.
Like do you remember like Right On Magazine and was it Flavor or I know it was Right On Magazine at least. They
it
had
was Right On. It was a bunch of them. It was a bunch of them back in the day. But yeah,
they had a section in the back where if you can call, it should be like you can speak to your favorite celebrity, or you can get some info on. And
that's how they get you. That's how they get you. And I ain't gonna lie, that is one thing that and I hate to refer to them because it was nothing but the devil involved in that type of situation. But Playboy, at one point in time, they had a service where you could call and the gents would talk to the ladies, but it would run their bill up. But they would be talking to playmates. One playmate got hurt behind that mess. It was crazy. But yeah, them 1-800 and 1-900 numbers, and then they trick you with the 1-800 numbers because some 1-800 numbers you can be charged for. And you think in the 1-800 numbers you call them and you calling them because they 1-800, so it's free. But some of them you could actually be charged for. It was crazy. It was crazy times.
Phone communication in our day and age was the most interesting because I'm even reflecting how you said the postcard thing, then you talk about the pager thing, then we even talked about letters. I don't even know if people really write letters other than for business now, but everything is email. But just not being at home and you miss a call, then like you said, even if you miss a call, you want to go to the payphone that was free just so you can make a phone call back to somebody.
Yeah. You had to wait till you got home to check your message, your answer machine. Because it was a tape and you had to So yeah, technology came a long way, but I want to move to this last one for the evening. Because I got a feeling and I got a couple stories about this particular toy. None of them end with me behaving, but we'll keep it moving. A toy that was a popular toy back in the day, the Rubik's Cube. I told you sometimes we gotta stop talking about stuff because it's gonna come back up later out that bag. The Rubik's Cube. It's all good when you first get it because all the colors match. Because nobody has turned it yet. Right.
Okay. Yeah.
Now it's been turned. Now they saying figure out the puzzle. I have patience, but it's limited, right? So now I'm getting angry because I can't get all the sides to match. I got one side, but I didn't get the other side. Now I gotta start again. And then let some jerk off, dickhead brothers, siblings come along and decide that they want to say the wrong thing while I'm trying to figure this motherfucker out.
No.
Now it's a weapon.
I figured where this was going. I figured where this was going.
A lot of things were weapons for me. Like, I remember we always talk about being latchkey kids, so we had our keys on the shoestring hanging. That was a weapon.
Yeah.
I used to beat ass with that.
So basically, what I get.
A Rubik's Cube. was very much a weapon because it had sharp corners. And you could get just enough grip done.
And it had some weight to it too.
It did. Now I ain't gonna say I didn't get in trouble. I'm just gonna say, don't play with me while I'm frustrated trying to figure out puzzles in life. So yeah, that's my story.
So you violent with a Rubik's Cube, okay. I never owned a Rubik's Cube myself, but I knew people that had them. I would play with them. I'll probably get one or two sides done. I never got the whole side done. I knew people that would lie and take the stickers off and change the colors around, but you
and say they did it.
Know where it was moved. And I'm like, you did not solve this. They swear up and down they did. And that's my whole story with Rubik's Cubes. I mean,
and then obviously, them type of people, I would start inspecting because you could tell when them stickers been moved because
they got the little glue and shit on it.
Yeah, the little adhesive looked different, so you could kind of tell, like, you lying bitch, you did not solve this.
No, I know people that would lie. They say they solved it. I'm like, there's no way you solved this. And look, and I'm talking about like, if I know who you are, either you too impatient or you just probably don't have the wherewithal to figure out how to solve it. But
yeah, I'm just impatient, and then you just say the wrong thing, and it's now not a toy; it's a weapon. But no, and then my question would be, well, why this blue corner right here crooked? It wasn't crooked when we first started playing with this motherfucker.
Crooked, or
and it's sticky.
A piece of white. There's a piece of white on it where you can stick it all the way. No, people would lie.
And I can feel that adhesive. It's a little sticky. You liar. You didn't do it. I used to hate people because my thing is this, and I've always been this way because I find that I run across a lot of people. I got a lot of people that would just try to go out their way to just try to make you feel jealous, even though I'm not one of those type of people. Sorry. You just can't make me jealous because I don't give a fuck what you got going on for real. I would have to give a fuck, and I don't. So therefore, the jealousy factor doesn't work for me. But you got people that will go out their way to try to make you look like you ain't shit and they better than you, knowing goodness goddamn well they not. And with the Rubik's Cube, that was one of them times where a motherfucker would come in and try to act like they did it and they so high and mighty and be lying the whole fucking time. You fucking lying. You didn't do it. You removed the stickers.
Yeah.
And put them, replaced them.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not saying that you ain't get one side. I've gotten one side. I've even gotten two. Maybe 2.5. But what you're not going to get from me, because I don't give that kind of energy, is I'm going to lie to you about my accomplishment that I did not achieve.
Exactly. Like, I've never saw one in my life.
Why would I lie to you about that? You probably thought the story that I was getting ready to tell about me and the Rubik's Cube was about me solving it. No, it wasn't. It was about me not being able to solve it and getting mad because some motherfucker then came in the room and said the wrong shit, and now I'm chucking it at him.
I just assumed there was something about the Rubik's Cube about to be a violent object at somebody. That's what I really thought.
And that's exactly what the fuck happened. Don't play with me because I'm the one. I will throw shit. Siblings. We was kids. I'm not gonna lie to you like, oh, I solved the whole room. What the fuck are you lying for? What's the point? You didn't solve it. Get over it.
You know what's crazy too? You got me thinking, actually watching people that do solve Rubik's Cubes. Have you seen those videos? Like people that take it brand new out the package and they just
I have.
Done.
And I respect them because I could watch them actually doing it.
Big facts. I can see you do it.
I watched it with my own eyes. Mine own eyes. I watched it.
That person that told me that, I should have been like, hey, I'm gonna buy you a Rubik's Cube. I want you to solve it in front of me. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, since you did that, you could do it again, right? You could do it again, right? Huh, I got a brand new one.
Right here. Let's go.
Hold on.
Hold on.
All right, there you go. You got it from there. All right.
Nah, look, I gotta go walk my cat and I gotta
because you're a big fat liar. You didn't ever solve it in the first place. I'm gonna do all of that. I'm gonna mix it all the way up, all the different colors, different color. and each row and each column is going to be mixed up. Because if you solved it, you could do it again.
Yeah, big facts.
You could do it again. That's how I feel about that. I don't happen to be one of those people that just believe anything you tell me.
That's good.
It got to make sense to me in my head. That's why I've had people be like, "Oh, you just need." I can't just follow, baby. You got to give me a reason to follow. It has to make sense in my head for it to happen. It's not how it works. So you're not just going to piss on my leg and tell me it's raining. I'm sorry. It just doesn't work that way. Sorry. Yet another reason why I might be single for the rest of my life.
Here we go.
That's okay. I'm cool with it, but that's yet another reason. All right, so it is. I'm cool with it. I'm cool. I can take that. Sometimes it ain't for everybody. It is now time for me to get to these love notes. Because we got a final exam to get to right after this. So you go do what you got to do real quick. I'm gonna handle this business. First, I want to give a shout out to anybody who is watching us this from Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. I want to show some love to Be More Johnson and Cusa Young. Big shout out to y'all. Thank you for the love. I appreciate it. Thank you for hitting that like button. All right. So now I gave out my live love. Now it's time for me to give out my listening audience love, because they don't know, they don't watch this, they just listen. And this list is a nice size list, and I love them and thank them so much for being loyal and down and holding it down for the girl. After I do this, we will be getting to the final exam, so stay tuned then. Do not disappear, because you're gonna miss it. I might lose all my Harleys today, but anyway, it's time to get to these love notes. So I used to call it love, and Doc used to call it show notes. I was never gonna call it that. And then we came to the compromise, because there's no love without compromise. We came to the compromise, and we decided to call it love notes, and we've been calling it love notes ever since. And I like it, and I love it, and I want more of it. Doc also said that I had a stack of papers the size of a composition notebook. I did not, but I did have a nice stack of papers, because it was, in all fairness, it was a lot of cities, states, and countries on that paper. So it is what it is. Again, the final exam is up next, so make sure you stay tuned in, because this is going to be something else. It's going to be something else. But anyway, let's get to this love I'm about to get. And wait. Y'all know I can't do this like this. It's just no, no. That's a no for me. Let's do it right. Thanks for all of the love. I love you all, man. I love you. Thank you. It's all love. Shout out to my top 60: United States, the United Kingdom, India, China, Canada, Belgium, specifically Brussels. I love you guys so much. Thank you for being so loyal and dedicated. And just thank you. You're extraordinary. Russia, Indonesia, Japan, New Zealand, Australia, Turkey, Switzerland, Germany, Mexico, Austria, Philippines, and Morocco. Listen, I don't like that this is on the screen. Man, Pakistan, Romania, South Africa, Nigeria, Brazil, Netherlands, Singapore, Spain, Ireland, and Nepal. I love you all. You guys are extraordinary. I don't know why this is on the screen, but whatever. Mauritius, Israel, Hong Kong, France, Poland, Tunisia, Venezuela, baby, Czech Republic, Portugal, and Morocco. Habus, I love you too. Kenya, I miss you. I'm sorry. This thing is on my screen and I don't like it. Ghana, Finland, Cameroon, Lithuania, Sweden, Bangladesh, and Latvia. I love you. Thank you for the love. You guys are extraordinary. Man, it's just amazing that you guys tune in. Last but not least, Hungary, Greece, Denmark, and Jamaica. Welcome, Jamaica. We appreciate you being here. Man, like I said, this list never lets me down on any day. It makes me happy all of the time. I love it. Let's see what Doc had to say while we was doing this craziness. Doc said worldwide. hit me on my hip, worldwide pager style. I'm just saying, I be missing saying that sometimes. Like, hit me on my hip, all right, and then break out. It was a thing. It was a whole thing. Doc said, top flight, catch the vibes. Don't catch the Rubik's Cube to the head. No, it's safer if you don't. Just let me in the Rubik's Cube be at one. I'm probably not going to solve it, but at least nobody's bothering me while I'm trying to solve it. And then therefore, it's not a projectile. Okay, I'm just saying. Doc said, hit that like button, tune in, live show, live radio show, and get the app. Let's go. We are doing some things over here. Don't play with us. Don't play with us. Yeah, Doc. If they just would have left me alone, everything would have been copacetic. And don't be lying about solving the Rubik's Cube and you really didn't do it. That's stupid.
We'll do it.
Okay.
We'll do it.
Yeah, they will. I know. That's why I said that. Because that's just the dumbest thing you could ever do. We know you didn't solve it, idiot. We know you. We know you very well. We know you're a fucking idiot and you didn't solve the shit.
I'm not saying they're always idiots. I'm just saying that some of them people, I'm like, I know you didn't.
You're a fucking idiot if you think that I believe that you solved it. You're a fucking idiot.
No, it'd be like, you have that white stuff on the corner of your mouth and your shoestrings ain't tied. I know you didn't solve this.
If you think that I believe that you solved it, you're a fucking idiot. And I'm running with that one all day long because I don't believe much. So if you think that I believe that, you're a fucking idiot. Anyway, it's time to educate some folks real quick, though, because it is now time for the final exam, baby. It is. I'm convinced, and I'm gonna let you do your thing that you do before the final exam. I'm convinced that all the Harleys going to be in prison today because I don't know what the fuck I was thinking. I just needed to put that out there.
Hey, this is you. I
know. And I always do just dumbass shit, but I just wanted to put that out there so everybody is aware that I'm not the person that fakes the Rubik's Cube. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you what it is, and I'm probably gonna lose all my Harleys today, but it's okay. It's okay. But it is now time for the final exam. The year is 1988. The current
1988.
Yeah, the current score.
9.
Right. I was dancing my ass off. The current score, Doc has 17. I myself still the reigning champ.
Yes.
With 38. Our former co-host has 5. Mama say, Mama Sama Makusa.
You can't do that no more.
I can, because that was not what I was doing in the beginning. I said, I already explained this. I'm not going to keep explaining this shit again.
All right, Kat.
I can Mama say, Mama Sama Makusa to anything that I need to Mama say to Makusa to.
Okay.
And that is, in order for me not to say the thing that I said that I wouldn't say anymore, that is how I get past it. Let me do me. Let me cook. Let me cook. And the audience has 2 wins currently, and I only have 1 Harley out of prison that may be going to prison today. Okay. Right. You want to explain the final exam, sir?
Yeah, so, yes, the final exam is a hip-hop quiz where Kat picks the year, I pick the artist and the album, and then I come up with 5 clues to direct the audience and Kat towards getting a chance to name who it is. The clues get progressively easier from 1 to 5. Number 1 Harley has never been out for as I know, except for the first time we ever played this, or the first time I put the Harleys into the situation. But no, Kat, she's gotten 3 of them out. I think did you get 4 at one time?
Once,
yeah. So
maybe
that's
twice.
The game. That's the game within the game that Kat plays. So when I ask the questions, the audience, anybody that's listening, can answer as much as and often as they want. Kat really only has 5 guesses. Each guess, she loses a Harley.
I only get 1 guess because if I take the guess and I guess wrong, I lose everything.
Yeah, but normally you be waiting
to get one out. What it is I can pass to the next Harley that might be in prison again. But if I guess one time, I lose the whole game for the evening. So that's
The
how
whole
that
shebang for the evening.
goes.
This
Child.
is hip hop. If you're a fan, if you grew up with it, you grew up in it, then these are things that for the most part you should know. I don't try to I've kind of adjusted the way I do the questions. I don't try to make them as broad as they used to be. I try to get kind of key details. And if you around something, then you know something. So without further ado, anything you want to say, Miss Cat Lee? Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Can I go to the bathroom? I got my number 2 pencil today.
But no, you may not. You had a period before this. You had a little change of class thing. But when you came from? Oh, look, we right down the hall from your previous class. What was that? Hustler number 1, 101, arcade number 2.
Listen,
we in the same wing.
That was accounting 101.
Accounting 101.
Yeah,
Well,
that's what that was.
After this class, then you are free to do what you want. But remember, the bell doesn't dismiss you. I dismiss you.
Oh, I don't like your kind of teacher. I'm getting out of here. I'm walking out of class.
So, does everybody have their pencils? I see Miss Lee has her pencil today, so that's good.
I got my number 2 today. I got mine. I don't got nothing for nobody to borrow. You on your own.
All right. Everybody take a scan, try and pass it down. Is there anybody I need to separate? As y'all know, class, this is hip hop. You've lived this. You've been ingrained in this. You done rap the songs to your parents, rap the songs to your friends. You made your mixtapes. You done bumped it in the car, bumped it in your boombox. This is all you, especially because we're going back a little bit. 1988, y'all. Let me know when you are ready.
Oh, sorry. I had to
Look, you
wipe
was
it out.
booming and booming. Car drive by with the booming system.
I had to wipe it out a little bit.
All right, got you.
All right, we are ready. For my Harleys to go back to prison. Let's go. Come on.
Let's go. All right. Clue number 1. Here you go.
Why did I choose this shit? I gotta take it easy on myself. Okay. Oh. Okay. Oh, we back in Queens? Okay. Growing up in Queensbridge housing project, this future producer would get his start performing at talent shows under the stage name. Under this stage name. What stage name? All right.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, his name is the name. Okay. Okay. This future hip hop pioneer honed his skills under the legendary Mr. Mike, a DJ known for playing hip hop on the radio. Oh my gosh.
Keep in mind, this is 1988. So hip hop in general was not generally played.
I know that part. I was there, but this is okay. Queens. I know a lot about Queens. Hold on. It's his stuff.
Carly number 1.
Yeah, she gonna be a stud
Just
forever
walks
now.
out, kind of looks at you.
We just put money on her book. She all right. We gonna go to number 2.
Number 2. All right, here you go. Number 2.
She got a whole girlfriend at this point. I'm just a money machine. Okay. Okay. This rapper producer is often referred to as one of the first super producers in hip hop. Arguably, is considered a pioneer of the golden age of rap. Oh my gosh. I want to say, but I'm not going to say. Hold on. I was over there. Oh my gosh. It's in my head. It's in my head. Dang. Okay. And I want to say, because it's on my tongue. Okay. I'm just going, all right, baby girl, you just gotta go back to your cell just for a little bit longer.
Ooh.
All right. Because
Ooh.
I don't want to say the wrong name, and I'm not willing to lose all of y'all today. All right. It's 1988. You understand. You understand. All
Number
right.
two, she's the
Number
one.
three.
Number two
Listen,
is always a little glimmer in her eye sometimes. She has that.
we not even gonna have she understands. She understands. She understands. All my bitches understand. Y'all don't understand. We gotta understand it. All right, give me number three.
Number three.
Hoes go through this kind of stuff from time to time. Hoes name Harley. All right, from DJ to rapper to producer, this hip hop pioneer's impact on the genre is undeniable, earning him the nickname the Godfather of hip hop. Oh my gosh, I can't stand it.
Yo.
Because I got a name.
You got a name.
You know how it is. You got the name on the tip of your tongue, but it just won't roll out.
Yeah. Till you hear it. But a name is a
Until you
name.
hear, and I'm gonna be mad if I lose all of my fucking Harleys at night because I can't get the name off my fucking tongue. I ain't been drinking nothing, been smoking nothing. All I had is herbal tea today. I don't understand why it's not clicking right there. So it's him. What is the dude? What is his name?
His name is his name.
I know that his name is his name. What is his name in my head so I could get it off my fucking tongue? I know what I'm saying. What is his name? Dang, and I just had it in my head.
Class, this is hip hop.
I just had it in my head and it just disappeared again. Okay. I'm not passing this. Okay. We're going to go to the next one. And then at that point, I'm just going to say what it is that I think.
Number four?
Yeah.
Number four. Here we go.
I know it was a Marley Marl.
Final answer?
No.
What was that?
Wait. Let me read it first. This artist caught their big break in 1984 with the artist Roxanne Shante. I love her. Always did. Her hit Roxanne's Revenge, 1986, and saw the foundation of Cold Chillin' Records, where they served as in-house producers to many projects. He earned $250,000 per year for his production work. I'm gonna go with him because I'm just gonna go with that. So that's my final answer.
Final answer.
Mm-hmm.
And your final answer is correct.
Oh, sorry.
So yes, final answer. You are correct. Cat is correct. So
Cause Cat know a little something about hip hop. I mean, I am the culture. I'm just saying, just a little bit, but this was a little tricky one right here because it was on the tip of my tongue. It was there. I felt it, and then I was just like, "Why? But I kept thinking of her actually, Roxanne Shante, because
really,
I did.
I
Because
thought
one is, and I'm gonna tell you why I thought of her. Because you said Queensbridge Projects.
Mm-hmm.
It is a known story behind her linking up with him in the Queensbridge Projects. She was supposed to be doing laundry, but instead she wound up being in the apartment rapping on the song Roxanne's Revenge. So it's a story behind that, and I know the story. So I just kept thinking of her, but I couldn't get the name to come off my tongue. But yes, I was scared of 1988, but oh, child.
Well, this is
I'm
the
saying, wait,
current.
so wait. I want to make sure we got all of them up here. 1, 2, 3, 4. We missing number 5
Oh,
though.
number 5. All right, number 5.
Because I got still number 4. Got my Holly out jail. Oh, sorry.
Really? That's the song. That's the theme now.
Yeah.
This would have been number 5. This would have been
There's
number 5.
no theme song right now. Got my heart out of jail. Yeah. She dancing. Don't hate. Don't hate. This posse cut on the album features future legends like Master Ace, Cool G Rap, Big Daddy Kane, all dropping rhymes over a beat produced by this artist. I'm glad I guessed it before then.
Now, you want a bonus point?
No, I don't want a bonus point. I want to just stick with what I got tonight.
All
I
right,
do
no
not want a
bonus
bonus
point. What song was this?
No, I don't want a bonus point.
Oh no, it's not for a bonus point. Do you know what song it is though?
I don't want to guess what song it is, and I
Do
don't
you want
want
me
to
to tell you
play
what song it is?
what.
The Symphony.
Oh, no,
I need y'all to kick some over these.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to do all of that right now. But the year was 1988. It was Marley Marl, In Control, Volume 1.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, baby.
The person that I thought that it would have confused, only because this goes back to the slight origins of hip hop, except I make sure that I said the golden age, because when I was even thinking about this, there's a lot of crossover between like Kool Herc, who's the quote unquote originator.
He also ran across my mind. It was both of them two dudes in my head. I'm not going to lie. They was living rent free in my head.
That's the reason that I said the golden age of hip hop.
Yeah, they was both living rent free in my head at that moment. I was thinking about but when I was like, what's his name? It wasn't Kool Herc that I was confused about. I knew his name.
Wait.
I just couldn't get Marley Marl off my, and he looked crazy right now too, by the way. I'm not telling nobody business. Anyway.
You know he used to be rapping though, right?
I know, and he look crazy right now. I know a lot about what he got going on right now, and he look crazy right now. Okay. I'm not going to talk about him though. I'm just going to shut up. He also run his mouth about a lot of things about now.
He'll put you in a diss song and rap about you.
I don't know. He will just talk about stuff that don't concern him.
Oh, all right.
I be watching. I be paying attention, babe. Trust me. He be running his mouth about a lot of things that do not concern him. And that's all I'm saying. And he looking crazy these days. But anyway, that's that. Not going to tell your business. I just said those couple things. That was it.
I'm behaving. Then I'm trying to remember to do this. I have in my notes now. What's the next year?
I gotta stop doing this to myself.
You've covered a lot of ground. Think about how many times we've done this.
I know. My score is 39 right now. That means 39 times I got it correct. 17 times I got it incorrect. And then 5 of them times, Mama say, Mama sama makusa, whatever. And then 2 of them other times I got it incorrect. So we've done it a lot. So it's just kind of, but we in the range of hip hop. So I gotta just do what it is that I do.
Okay. Let's go.
So I don't really have too many options. We want to take it to
That I ain't gonna say that.
2000.
2000?
Yeah.
Going back to 2000.
Listen, I don't got many options. So I gotta take it how I get it.
2000.
All right, now it is time for me to say the things I need to say. My baby got her first school fight today, so I'm a little high strung right about now. I want to kick a kid ass, but from what I understand from talking to the dean and talking to my daughter, I don't need to kick anybody's ass, but I want to. Apparently, my daughter held her own.
Okay.
Very proud of her for self-defense because it was a self-defense situation.
Okay.
And they learned today. But I ain't gonna act like I didn't want to run to that school and kick somebody's kid ass. Don't play with my kid. She don't even. And then when the dean called me today, the dean was like, "And she's such a lovely child. She doesn't bother anybody. She's kind to everybody." Like she was just giving her. And we looked at the cameras and we saw what happened. So the other student will be reprimanded and suffer consequences. And I was like, "Oh, okay," because nah, that ain't how my daughter get down. She don't. If anything, she'll help you. She
Okay.
gonna find a way to help you. So yeah, I wanted to go kick somebody's ass, but she did a big one today. So I was like, I'm proud of you for sticking up for yourself. Because these kids out here crazy. And if they think they could get you that one time, they're gonna keep messing with you. Keep fighting, shorty. Keep fighting. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So I'm a little high strung. Because that was my day. Like, somebody put their hands on my kid. We don't do that around here. They lucky I don't got a Rubik's Cube. So that's
I
that.
don't even know. No, I got a joke. I don't know what y'all news station is no more, but it'd be like Baltimore, 11 o'clock news. A kid was assaulted with a Rubik's Cube. Nobody's seen what happened, but the suspect quickly fled away.
I ain't seen me do it. Ain't nobody see what happened. I ain't fleeing shit. I'm gonna walk away calm, cool, and collected.
They'd be like, who? Half the kids didn't even know what it was when it fell from the child's face. They were like, what is this?
Exactly. So they don't know who threw it. They don't know what happened. They lucky I ain't had one. But anyway, they lucky I ain't had one. Join the conversation. Call in, drop a comment, or text us. The number is 443-780-5978, 443-780-5978. I tell you what, that little sucker, keep on playing with my baby, though. You're going to learn today. And she can fight, too. Don't play with her. I ain't sending her out there clueless. Anyway.
I was going to ask a question, but you good.
What?
Was it like a boy that did this?
No, it was a girl. It was two girls. She'll fight boys, too, though.
Okay.
No, it was a girl. And it happened on her way home. They was getting out of school. They was at their lockers and gathering their things and headed to the bus room so they could board the buses so they could come home. No, it was a girl. And she learned her lesson today, like I said, and got suspended. All in one pop. Yeah, won't do that again now, will you? You chose the right kid to play with. Anyway, during the conversation, call in. Do a text. The number is 443-780-5978, 443-780-5978, because we do not do bullies around here. Contact us for any reason at all. Contact at ambitiouslyent.com. Contact at ambitiouslyent.com. Like, share, and subscribe to this podcast. We need every like, every share, subscription. Hit that like button, though. Like, that's my favorite. Yeah. I have permission. I'm not going to take requests because any music video that I have played, I haven't played it in a while. But when I do play them, I have permission to play them. And as far as what my DJ does, we already see what he does, so I don't have to explain too much of that. Just chill out, catch a vibe, relax, pour something, roll something. I don't know. Do whatever your vice is. Do it. But leave him alone. Don't come messing with him. And I'm trying to tell you, he a Capricorn too. Him and my daughter, they out there mob. They don't play. Don't play with them Capricorns. They crazy. Low key though, you won't even see it coming. It just pop up out of nowhere. You like, what the hell? Leave my DJ alone. Join our coffee community so that we can have enticing, titillating, salacious, taboo conversations. And I can cuss whenever the fuck I feel like it because I hate censorship. That's the worst ever. Like, they didn't censor John the Baptist. Why you want to censor me? Like, get out of here. Anyway, check out our website, www.ambitiouslyent.com, www.ambitiouslyent.com. And big shout out to our DJ, whom I adore, One of my closest friends, also a Capricorn, so don't play with him because you might catch that fade. Um, Big shout out to DJ Rukazy. Go DJ, because that's my DJ. Go DJ, because that's my all right, I bet I had to get that out. Big shout out to Rukazy. And don't forget to let us know how you feel about these mixes that he puts together for us every Friday on Fire Friday. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
Friday the 13th.
I know. This is gonna be an interesting mix. Oh yeah. Um, Listen, ain't nobody playing with Rick Casey. I'm ready. I'm excited for Fire Fridays. I do. I'm excited. But let us know how y'all feel about these mixes. We would like to know. We would, and he'll be in here so you can say it to his face. Don't say it to me. Say it to him. Remember, though, I forewarned you that he is a Capricorn. They low key crazy. So watch your step. All right. Okay. Just trying to save you from my friend. I don't need him getting. I don't. His woman might be upset that you got him. This all kinds of stuff that's come behind this. So I gotta have his back so that I can make sure she good. Listen, that's all I'm saying. Family is family. Tribal living, even though we don't live on the same whatever. I live in the suburbs. He live in the city now. It's different, but whatever. Um, and that's that, y'all. It's so much going on around, not my parts, but these parts. We talked about this Jay-Z thing yesterday. I actually got the case.
Mm.
Of course I did. Who are we talking about? It will be on the app very, very soon. But I do have the case that involves Mr. Sean Combs and Mr. Sean Corey Carter and friends. Let's hope Cuba doesn't show up in this one. I'm just
I'm
saying.
sorry. I want him to show up. Only because that's good joke fodder.
I, I'm just saying.
No, I
Yeah, I
want
can
him to
see
show up. I'll say this. I want him to show up in a bad way, where if he does show up, it'll be something that like a quote was from somebody at the party. It said, I overheard JC said, "What the fuck Cuba here?" That shit'll be funny to me.
tired of this nigga putting his hand on my thigh meat. Listen.
Even if that's the case, still though, that shit'll be funny. Like it's one of those situations like if it's all alleged, but if Jay-Z is involved with the same shit as Diddy is. But what if Jay-Z just did like Cuba? He owns some shit. Nah, that's your boy. That's your nigga. That's her
Yeah,
nigga.
let him
That's
touch your
yours.
thigh meat. I don't like him. I can see that. I can
But
see that.
why is he here? Why are
Right.
you here?
I could see that. I could. I
That'll
really
be the
could.
most funniest thing. That's Diddy's homeboy. Diddy lets him come and show up whenever he wants, but Jay-Z actually don't like him. But there's really nothing he can really say. But then he
Like,
has to
what I'm
like,
gonna
nah,
do?
that dude is weird.
Right. What I'm gonna do? He's a weirdo. Christian, I head out. Justin, running.
Think about
It's,
it. Think about
it's too much going on. But let's just hope that Cuba don't show up in this case. Touching people's thigh meat. Anyway, it is not. Cuba, just don't, please. I've had enough of you for a year.
No, that is comedy gold in this hypothetical situation.
I just don't need him included touching people thigh meat. And from my understanding, it was several celebrities in the building. He might have been there. He might not have gotten in on this particular situation because he might have been elsewhere touching somebody else's thigh meat. You know what I'm saying? Like it's anyway. He was
I
probably
know
there.
his name popped up in two cases. I thought that was weird.
He might have been there though. He just ain't get called into this one. And this was the 2000s. He might have been there.
Wait, what year did that one Show Me the Money movie come out?
Jerry Maguire. I love that movie too, which makes me angry because that was one of my favorite movies. Hold on, I'm about to find out right now. That was one of my favorite. I like that movie. Hold on.
Wait,
That came out later. So Jerry Maguire came out in 1996. The case happened in 2000. He could have been there.
All right, what year did Radio come out? This is the peak of Cuba's movie career, by the way. I think.
Hold on, let's see.
Radio, and then there's one other movie that I remember him being in outside of the Boys in the Hood.
We should have knew right then and there when he started hitting it. Sorry.
Well, that was acting. I like he was just being himself.
Listen. Once he started, I think that wasn't just acting. All right, so Radio came out in 2003. So that was
That's
in
around the
between.
peak of his
He
career.
was there. I'm not. Nobody's gonna tell me he wasn't at this function.
He was a popular celebrity at the time.
He just wasn't in the particular room because he was elsewhere grabbing somebody else's thigh meat. That's all I'm saying. But anyway, it's time to get off of Cuba grabbing people's thigh meat, and time to get into these fair warnings and preaching and insightful things that I like to tell y'all at the end of the night, because Cuba grabbing people's thigh meat is not it. Mind your business, except for Media Mondays, where I'm telling everybody's business, especially if you grabbing thigh meat. Yeah, but I'm telling everybody's business because I'm nosy as hell, and I want y'all to be nosy with me. The tap in, I try not to tell people's business, but some kind of way today, I wind up telling people business. See what I'm saying? I didn't mean to. But it happens. I don't know why it's happened. If you have a case and that I can pull and I can read, and my partner and good over here can join me in the festivities, we reading it. We reading it. Shouldn't be depraved, foul, sinister, heinous, despicable. Oh, gosh, I can't even think of all of these vocabulary words right now.
Manipulative, insidious.
All of that good, all of that bad stuff. None of it good. But if you any of those things and you have a court case, we are reading it because you deserve it. The Wire, Wet and Wire, I usually tell my own business a lot more, but I don't care. I practice transparency. You take me as I am or don't have me at all, baby. That's how I feel. Take it the way it is or don't take it at all. We cool with that. We all right with that. Love your babies. Hug your babies. Tell your babies that they are, hold on, the GOAT, the greatest of all times. Listen, my daughter tried to run for my speech today. I was like, the hell if you are, you're going to take this speech. You are the GOAT. She was like, oh, Mom. I was like, oh, Mom, my ass. You're going to take this encouragement before you go to school because somebody got to tell you. And then she got into a fight. Maybe I was just a little bit too overly encouraging. Nonetheless, love your babies, hug your babies, tell your babies that they are the GOAT, the greatest of all times. They need that encouragement, and especially from you because you are their parent. You are. If they want to work for NASA, tell them to be the best astronaut, engineer, receptionist, janitor, or secretary, whatever the hell else they do over there at NASA. All I know is get yourself a telescope, a good one, not the kind that you look through your neighbor's windows with you peeping Tom Perv. Get you a good one. It's going to weigh a little bit. It's going to be a little heavy. You're going to have to put it together, but you know it's a good one. And then go outside with your kids and look at the sky, discover a planet or a comet or some kind of asteroid that's fastly approaching the planet Earth. I don't know. Whatever it is that they do over there at NASA, you just encourage your kid to be great at it. If they want to work for NASCAR, tell them to be the best NASCAR driver, pit boss, pit crew member, commentator, engineer, because I know they got them over there too. We know why I do this already. They got a need for speed, and at one point in time, they used to love muscle cars, and I will forever. So yeah, me and them cool. We all right. But whatever the case may be, encourage them to be great at whatever it is that they want to pursue later on down in life. Just be supportive. That's your job as a parent. That's all. Just do that. I want to go punch my kid. Here's a forewarning. I gotta say this. Whoever kid that was, count your days, parent. Count your days. I fight parents. Can't fight the kid. Stay in your lane. My lane and your lane are not the same. Your lane is over there. My lane is over here. Stay in your lane. When you jump into my lane or you mess with my goddamn cub, you're going to get something that you do not want. And I got 2 Harleys out, plus the dog Harley. That makes 3 Harleys. We kicking ass and taking names later. Stop playing with us. Stay in your lane. You jump in my lane, you're going to get something that you don't want. And I keep telling y'all, don't break the glass and don't push the button. You're going to get her. She is a real thing. I'm not lying to y'all. I'm telling you the truth. So just stay in your lane. You don't want her. She's not nice. And especially not when it comes to her cub. Ooh, you don't want her. You want her. She's nice, sweet, kind, and cuddly, and all of that good stuff. I try to tell y'all, she is a nice, sweet one. You want her. Hold on, but I can't do that without doing this. Hey, you big purr bitches. Or you want her. Yeah. I like her. Because when Cat is purring, Cat is a happy, happy girl. So just stay in your lane. And what usually happens when you jump into other people's lanes is a collision. Who the fuck needs that? I don't need that for me. I don't need that for Doc. I don't need that for you. I don't need that for we. So just stay in your fucking lane. And everything's so pathetic. My lane right now is on botany. I'm trying to grow shit. And if you're in my lane, you might bring some weeds in. And I don't need that right now. Okay? Stay in your lane. Pick and choose your battles wisely. Obviously, Patty Boots, aka Lord Caligula, aka Baby Caligula, aka Drake, has not learned and it doesn't plan on learning anytime soon. So I don't know if I could save him anymore. And I might quit because I really wasn't trying to save him in the first place. I was just making a general observation that you should probably pick and choose your battles wisely, which you have not done so far. So why is this my problem? Pick and choose your battles wisely because every battle is not a battle for you to fight. Some battles you just gotta be like, I toss my hands up and wave your white flag. He didn't do that. Now look at him now. I'm just saying. People out here talking about, and it's probably a minor. It's getting sticky out here. Getting sticky. Mob Deep told y'all a long time ago too that there's a war going on outside and that no man is safe from it and that you can run but you can't hide forever in these streets that we done took. They also said that you walking with your head down scared to look because you shook because ain't no such thing as have mama say, mama sa, mama sa. It's out of control sometimes. Mama say. See, this is why I say that to stop myself from saying the things that I'm not supposed to say. Let me rock. Let me cook. But yeah, fuck that bad. I'm worried about the war. Be who you are. Be yourself. Be authentically you. Don't let anybody tell you that you are not good enough. And what you are, you got to be what it is that they want you to be. Don't let them tell you how to eat, shit, sleep, talk, walk, dress. None of that shit. Be you. Be authentically you. That's the only person you got. It's yourself. Nothing else. Worry about you. Even if you come into this world as a twin, you're leaving by yourself, boo boo. So why waste your time? Worrying about all the bullshit in life. No. You're gonna spend a lot of time trying to please people and they'll find something else to be bitchy about. So fuck them. Worry about you and what you got going on. Can't make everybody happy. You can't make anybody happy, actually. You can only make yourself happy. Now, happiness comes from within. So you can't make another person happy. They have to make themselves happy. And then you can add to that happiness. That's how that works. Um, So focus on you, boo. And dream big. Don't let anybody tell you that your dreams are not obtainable just because they don't have any dreams. Losers. Yeah, don't no. You keep on dreaming and you keep on striving and remember to always execute. Execute. Execution is key. The dream is cool, but you have to make the dream come true because nobody's gonna do that for you. It's time for me to get out of here, Doc. I gotta work on my planetarium. I'm building up in here in the studio. Got my lights in here and all that good stuff. I'm growing some things.
Okay. Look, Miss Green Thumb Cat now.
Yeah. Well, I've always had a green thumb, so I'm excited. I'm always happy about this thing.
I just thought about
And
how the fingers doing?
The what?
The fingers.
Oh, they good.
I thought about your thumbs and I thought about your fingers. So
they good. They good, man. But yeah, so that's what I've been working on, getting my plant life together. You know, girl likes to do different things. But anyway, so I'm gonna focus on that for the rest of the evening and get this child together. But I appreciate you so much for always showing up and having my back. You're greatly
appreciated. Is she safe and is she okay?
She's fine. It just was like the dean said, like, because they sat both of them down to talk, and so because this is not something that's normal to her, the anxiety was real. She was like, like
that's what
charged and crying and all that stuff. Yeah, it was her first fight. So the dean is like, just tell her to breathe and collect her thoughts. And I'm like, lady, she in the background, like, I'm all right now. Like, so you so it is what it is. But she was like, I will say that the dean, she was giving my baby praise. She is not that kind of young lady. She is sweet. She helps everybody. She's kind. And I saw what happened on the camera. And I was like, long as you know, I just needed to hear all sides so I could gather my thoughts about what exactly transpired. But I know my kid, so I know my kid didn't start it. You know what I'm saying? So she didn't get any trouble. The other young lady did because they watched it on the camera what happened. So everything's cool. She's cool. I'm just happy she's okay, and I'm very proud of her for standing up for herself because I very much promote that. Yeah. So she's fine. It's good. She made it to 13 without getting into a fight.
That's impressive.
She made it to 13 without getting this her first school fight. So 7th grade, okay, not bad. She didn't come home with no bruises or nothing, so I'm fine. And she light skinned, so she bruised easily. So I was checking her like, let me see. Okay. Okay. I'm fine, Mom. I'm fine. But she's fine. So thanks for checking up on my baby. The girl learned a lesson today. You don't want to play with everybody. Everybody is not to be played with. And not my children. I only got one and some dogs, but they ain't to be played with either. But anyway, we got to get up out of here. I love you guys. Stay out of trouble. Stay safe. And if somebody is bullying your child, tell them to punch him in the throat. Sorry. I'm out of here. Good night, y'all. Bye. I love y'all. We gotta go. Doc, I don't know what I'm saying. I'm just angry. I gotta go.
Talk court cases tomorrow.
Tomorrow. All right. Bye, y'all. Talk to y'all tomorrow. Bye. Ciao.
Oh.